Cats are crepuscular animals. That single biological fact explains more about your 3 a.m. wake up calls than anything else. We learned that the hard way with our cat, Moomoon. It starts the same way every time. The house is completely still, everyone's asleep. And then, out of nowhere, Moomoon is tearing down the hallway like something is chasing her, launching off the couch, skidding across the floor, and vanishing into the dark. By the time you're fully awake and trying to make sense of what just happened, she's already gone quiet somewhere, like nothing happened. We used to think something was wrong. Now we know better. Most cat owners have been through some version of this, and for years, the easy explanation was that cats are just weird, unpredictable, a little unhinged at night, but that explanation doesn't hold up because this behavior isn't random at all. It follows patterns. It happens at predictable hours. It's tied to biology, sleep cycles, hunting instinct, and, in many cases, the daily habits of the humans living alongside them. Once you understand what's actually driving it, those chaotic 3 a.m. sprints start to make complete sense. Cats are biologically wired to be most alert during low light hours, particularly dawn and dusk. In the wild, those windows are prime hunting time. Many small prey animals become active in dim light, and cats evolved to take advantage of exactly that. So while you're winding down at night, your cat's nervous system may genuinely be ramping up. Not out of spite, not out of confusion. It's simply what the biology is doing. This timing conflicts sharply with how humans sleep. We have one long consolidated rest cycle. Cats cycle in and out of lighter and deeper sleep many times throughout the day and night. An indoor cat may spend upward of 16 hours resting, but a good portion of that is light, easily interrupted sleep rather than true deep rest. They are, in a sense, perpetually half-charged. Then the burst comes. All that stored energy releases at once. For indoor cats specifically, this tends to be more pronounced. Outdoor cats have constant sensory input, smells, sounds, movement, territorial boundaries to track. Indoor life is safer, but dramatically less stimulating. When a cat hasn't had adequate opportunity to stalk, chase, or react to prey-like movement during the day, the nervous system still needs that outlet. Nighttime often becomes when it finally gets one. This is not misbehavior. It's an incomplete behavioral cycle finally completing itself. What makes it more interesting is that human routines often reinforce it. Many cat owners come home in the evening, and that's when the real interaction happens. Feeding, play, attention, conversation. Over time, the cat's internal clock adjusts. Night becomes associated with stimulation. The body starts preparing for it. Feeding patterns matter too. Cats are built to hunt before they eat, not the other way around. A large meal late at night, without activity beforehand, can produce unpredictable energy patterns. Some cats settle afterward. Others, particularly younger ones, become more active. Age is a significant factor across the board. Kittens and young cats experience zoomies with far greater intensity. They're actively developing coordination, testing speed and reaction time, learning spatial awareness. Racing through an apartment at midnight isn't just an energy dump for a young cat. It's genuinely rewarding in a neurological sense. Older cats still experience the behavior, but usually less often unless triggered by stress, sudden stimulation, or something in the environment that catches their attention. Which brings up something worth understanding. Not every nighttime sprint is about stored energy. Cats have exceptional hearing. They detect frequencies well outside human range. A sound inside a wall, movement past a window, an animal somewise outside, low-frequency vibrations humans don't register. Any of these can trigger an alert response. The room feels silent to you. To your cat, it may feel very much alive. What looks like unprompted chaos may actually be a precise reaction to information you simply can't perceive. Moomoon does this regularly. He'll be completely still, and then something shifts, something we never hear, and he's moving fast. It took us a while to stop reading it as strange and start reading it for what it actually is. This is also a quieter dynamic at play. For some cats, nighttime is when the home finally feels safe enough to explore. Daytime can be loud and unpredictable. At night, foot traffic stops, noise drops, the territory settles. Anxious cats in particular may become more active once the environment calms down. And if it happens at the same hour consistently, that's not a coincidence. Cats are strong pattern recognizers. If a certain time of night repeatedly involves stimulation, food, or activity, the body begins anticipating it. The behavior becomes habituated, hence why some cats seem to activate with almost clockwork precision. Moomoon is exactly like that. Same window of time, most nights. Once we understood why, we stopped fighting it and started working around it instead. Most of the time, none of this is cause for concern, but it's worth paying attention when the behavior changes character. Zoomies that look panicked, obsessive, physically erratic, or sharply different from a cat's baseline can occasionally reflect something else: pain, anxiety, skin irritation, or a neurological issue. Not every case and not most cases, but sudden changes in behavior generally deserve a closer look. For owners who want to reduce the frequency, the approach that tends to work best is structured play before bed. Interactive sessions with fetus toys, chase games, anything that mimics hunting movement, followed by feeding, followed by rest. That sequence aligns with how a cat's behavioral cycle naturally runs, and working with it tends to produce better results than anything else. Environmental enrichment during the day also helps. Window access, climbing opportunities, rotating toys, scent variety. Reducing daytime boredom means less accumulated energy looking for a release point at midnight. Routine matters more than most people expect. When a cat's feeding, play, and rest schedule becomes predictable, nighttime behavior often settles considerably. We've tried most of this with Moomoon. Some of it helped. He still has his nights, but at least now, when it happens, we understand what we're actually watching. Because beneath the domestic habits, the purring, the comfortable routines of living alongside humans, this is still an animal shaped by instinct for alertness and movement. Those drives don't disappear, they quiet down, and then sometimes, in the middle of the night, they don't. What looks like chaos usually has a reason. Thousands of years of evolutionary programming, briefly running loose in your living room, Moomoon included. Thank you for watching. Until our next video, don't forget to subscribe.